Now we're getting into some teams we know.
That's right. That's right. And welcome on in, guys. With that, three bold takes is back. We're getting into bowl games that we actually know and can talk about here. Utah and Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl. Utah, as we know, last year they were the Pac-12 champs. Actually, 2 years running Pac-12 champs. This year, 8-4 after Cam Rising did not play this year. Very sad to see, but he was granted his 7th year of eligibility. So he'll be back next year. But in the meantime, you've got to deal with Northwestern, which after the offseason crap that went on with Northwestern, it's a miracle that they're in a bowl game. Huge props to that program, the coaching staff for turning that ship around from what happened in the offseason. But with that being said, Utah is a 6.5-point favorite in this game. Chase, let's kick it over to you first.
Man, if I told you that after this offseason, Northwestern finished second in the Big Ten West, would you believe me? Northwestern had an absolutely elite season. Their coach stepped in and Pat Fitzgerald the past few years has not put up anything Northwestern. Honestly, had forgotten them to be anything in the Big Ten. Kind of looked like an FCS team at most points. But can't knock on them too hard. I've got to give more props to Utah. You got Cam Rising, who for the first 8 weeks of the season, we're like, okay, there's a chance he might come back. Oh, okay, wait, not this week. And it just kept going and kept going. And these quarterbacks, this team could have let that build and just absolutely ruin their season because they don't have their guy at the helm. But instead, they get up 8-4. They have some huge wins here. They beat USC at one point. They played Oregon not too well, but they had a UCLA, other ones that were really big wins. So props out to Utah. I'm going Utah in this game. I think they are a really good defensive team. Honestly, a very underrated, but I want to say a top 5, top 7 head coach for me in Willingham. I think he is an absolutely great coach. Does what it's kind of like Mike Tomlin with the Steelers, just has a great team no matter what talent is on that roster for Utah. So just to not have Cam Rising all year, still produce 8-4. This is a very good team. I'm going Utah in this game. Quinn?
Yeah, first off, again, Northwestern even getting to this point is very impressive. A lot of that, though, I can credit to playing in the Big Ten West. I mean, let's be real. It might be the worst, one of the worst, maybe the worst division in any Power Five conference. Um, but still reaching 7-5 is an impressive feat. You look at Utah, on the other hand, Chase, you hit on it. Them staying in the Pac-12 race as long as they did without Cam Rising pretty much the whole year was very impressive to me. It speaks to the culture that Utah has built in their program. It's why I think they could be a big powerhouse in the future of the Big 12. And this is an opportunity for them to take that momentum into the next season. I think Utah's in a better place talent wise. Also, Utah's performances in bowl seasons always like good. It has been even when they were a Mountain West school. And then finally, with the biggest thing with bowl season, where's the game taking place? It's in Vegas, I believe. That's Northwestern's not going to have like a huge crowd in Vegas relative to what Utah is going to be able to turn out being just next door. So give me Utah to win the game.
Yeah, I like Utah to win this game as well. I've always liked the way that Utah, not necessarily plays defense, but it is a contributing factor than the defensive side of the ball, but just the physicality that they play with. Coaching staff is off the charts there for Utah, has been for a while. And again, man, the Cam Rising thing, part of me believes that the team knew that he wouldn't be back at all this year, but they kept dragging it out for whatever reason, maybe for the other team to prepare in case, which, kind of a crappy strategy if you ask me. But I'm going to go Utah in this game as well. Shout out Northwestern for making a bowl game when nobody thought you could.